Hey, what the heck? Sorry guys, yes, I definitely did watch the State of the National Address yesterday, where our president was like, I'm not abolishing the unemployment social grant. And employed people were like, what the heck? How can you continue taking money out of our tax without consulting us? Yes, guys, in this video, I'm definitely here to tell you that whether you are employed or whether you are not, you are still contributing to what we call tax through a form of what we call VAT. Yes, guys, what is a VAT? In simple abbreviation, we'll say it is a value added tax. But then in a simple definition, we'll say it is a tax amount charged to consumers for goods and services in order to raise government's revenue. What did I say? I said it is a tax amount charged to customers in order to raise government's revenue. All right, you might be asking yourself, so that's the only way that the government receives its revenue? No, guys, you must understand how the system of VAT is occurring. So let's start a scenario. Let's say there's Usipo. Sipo is a hard-working farmer. He's hard-working, but then in this current season, he was able to crop or harvest 100 potatoes, and in his mind he's like, 100 potatoes, I'm going to be selling 100 potatoes for 100 rands. No one is going to tell me what to do. These things were very much cheap. I feel like 100 rands, it's enough, right? That's what he said. But then his mother was like, hey Sipo, do not forget the what we call 15%, the 15% VAT which is charged by the government. So if you start giving your price, you must also add the VAT, because of if you will just say 100 rands and you sell it to Umuzi, the packager in which you will be selling to, you are saying 100 rands, and then the government removes its 15%. That will definitely mean you will lose your profit. You're no longer getting that 100 rands. You may be getting now 85 rands or stuff like that. All right, so Sipo was like, thank you very much, mother. That means I have to first add the VAT in the amount I'm planning to sell it. Then I will be able to sell it. So obviously the plan was to sell it for 100 rands. But then he has to add 15% VAT. How do you add VAT? In the most simplest form, you just say multiply by 1,15. This is the simplest way to add VAT on the amount. And what is our VAT? Our VAT is 115. We definitely got our VAT. So now Sipo definitely knows that how much money I have to sell these 100 potatoes, so that when the government removes its 15%, I'm still getting my 100 rands. No fight. All right, guys. So Sipo will decide to sell his potatoes, right? And where is he selling them? He's selling them to Muzi. Muzi is a packager. He does everything. He cleans these potatoes and package them, right? And Muzi is like, okay, in the cost amount in which I bought the potatoes, the cost amount for Muzi, this is the cost amount, but then for Sipo, this is the selling amount, right? So for Muzi is the cost. He obviously bought it with 115. He's like, I want to add 25% on that cost amount and also add 15% VAT. I don't want to be messed up by the government. I want to add their 15% so that when they remove it, I don't have any problems. And I want to add 25%. I bought this plastic in which I'm going to be packing these things and I'm cleaning these things. It's a lot of process. I have to add 25% there. So he's like, okay, 25% has to be added. And also the 15% in which it is for VAT. So this is Muzi. These are Muzi's terms. We are done with our farmer. Our farmer is definitely done. What does that tell you? It tells you that the government takes money from the farmer and it's also going to be taking money from the packager. Yes, guys. So what is the packager going to be saying? Cost amount. He says he wants to add 15%. And guys, please make sure you are not throwing arrows as I'm throwing. You must make sure that your teacher understands what you're about to calculate. Selling price. He wants to know his selling price now, right? His selling price, including the 25% he said he must include and the 15% VAT selling price. Okay, so to find his selling price, what are we going to be doing? We are going to be saying, okay, how much did he buy? The cost amount, it was 115, right? The cost. He said he wants to add on top of the cost amount. And what does he want to add? 25%. How do we add 25% in the most simplest form, guys? In the most simplest form, you just say divide by 100 multiplied by 125. And in this form of fashion, you now have your amount including the 25% VAT. Remember the 25% that he wanted to include, not VAT. We have not included the VAT. And what will be that amount? That amount will be 143.75. So this is the selling price before VAT. Yes, guys. Then you continue, you say, therefore, 143.75, we now want to add what? 15%. We use the very same situation formula. Divide by 100, multiply by 115, because of now it's 15%. And what do we find? I'm your damn calculator. Yes, and what do we find here? 165.31 cents. So Mr. Muzi is like, yes, this is the amount I'm going to be selling these packages. These 100 potatoes in which I'm going to be packaging them. And yes, guys, Muzi has a nice way of packaging. He's saying he packaged one package, there must be 10 potatoes inside, right? So it means he obviously received how many? 100 potatoes. And he says one pack, there must be 10. So we say divide by 10 equals to 10 packs. So Muzi was able to create 10 packs out of the 100 potatoes he received from the farmer. And he's selling these 10 packs for how much? 165.31 cents. Yes, guys, this is how you do your maths. You just try and create questions out of the blue. You now, why would you say Muzi is packaging these things on 10? You are just trying to make a lot of scenarios in one situation. Now we know this is the amount he's going to be selling, 10 packs, right? And it continues, it doesn't end there. How does it continue now? It continues to the market, the supermarket. I don't know if I have space. Can I definitely check the camera if I do have space for the market? Okay, I definitely do not have space, but then I'm going to be writing here. Yes, so now we are going to the market. This is where things start to get interesting. The government took 15% here from the packager. He took 15% here from the farmer. And what about the supermarket? He definitely also has to do the same. So the supermarket, let's create a nice scenario for the supermarket. The supermarket receives these 10 packages, right? And the supermarket decides to sell each package for 35 rands. Each package for 35 rands. And they are saying they are already VAT included. You don't need, it's not excluded VAT. Remember, these were excluded VAT. This was excluded VAT. The supermarket is saying each pack of potato, it is costing 35 rand. And remember, they received how many pack of potatoes? 10 packs of potatoes. So they're saying each is 35, including VAT. Okay, what is our data? Our data we know. Let's write it here. They said one pack equals to 35 rands, including VAT. This is definitely perfect. Let's create our question. So the question says, calculate the total VAT which was included in these 10 packs. Okay, they told us that 35 rand each, and it's VAT included. So we want to know how much VAT did they actually include. They say they have already entered the VAT. How much did they actually include? How do you actually find the amount they actually include? Very much simple. You must able to do the things, guys. Total VAT, right? Total VAT. They want the total VAT for all these 10 packs. You must be able to make sure that you make your teacher understand what are you actually calculating. What is this guy calculating? You don't just write equals to and write your numbers. You write total VAT, selling price, cost price, right? You write the things you have to write so that your teacher can understand you better. Okay, so you said your total VAT. We want to know the total VAT for those 10 packages. We're going to first start to understand how much they actually going to be receiving after selling those 10 packages. So let's say it's 35, right? So 35 rand times 10 packages. Yes, guys, and definitely after finding the total amount they will be receiving after selling all 10 of those packages, we have to do what? Do the question, the total VAT. We have to minus the VAT inside the total amount. So we'll say divide by 1,15. To remove a VAT on-side an amount, we said divide by 1,15. To add, multiply by 1,15. Very much simple, guys. This is the simplest form. Then we said equals to 35 times 10. It is our very definitely 350. Divide by 1,15. What do we find there? We find our definitely 304,35 rand, 35 cent. So it's 304,35 cents. Are we yet done? Not at all. Why? Because of the question says it wants the VAT. Is 304 the VAT? No. 304 is an amount excluding VAT. This thing we said we remove VAT. So we continue when our teacher thought we are done. We said, therefore, we are going to take the amount, the total amount including VAT of all those 10 packages, which is 350, and minus the total amount of all those 10 packages excluding VAT. This one doesn't have VAT, right? It's 304,35. And what we'll be finding here? We'll be finding our very nicest 45 rand, 65 cents. Yes, guys, this is what we have. That definitely tells us this is the amount this supermarket will be paying the government for those 10 packs of potatoes. We are speaking about only 10, guys. How big is the supermarket? Yes, so the government definitely takes its tax on the supermarket. Yes, guys, so now we can tell the chain. It is the farmer, it is the packer, it is the distributor. Yes, it is. Are we yet done? Not at all. Why? Because of it is you that is left, or me that is left, the unemployed customer. I'm also contributing to VAT, and you definitely are eager to understand how. And if you want to understand, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Why? Because if you want to understand how you are contributing to this tax. Yes, guys, so this is our unemployed customer. Let's create a scenario for us. Right, so let's say our unemployed customer, let's give it a female name. Let's say Bulelwa, right? Bulelwa, yeah, it's a beautiful name. Bulelwa went to that supermarket and decided to only buy one pack of potatoes. She went there and decided to buy one pack of potatoes. We want to understand, first question, how much VAT was included in that one pack? That is the first question. The VAT amount which is found in that one pack of potatoes which she decided to buy. And also tell us, since there are 10 inside, tell us how much one would actually cost if she bought them with 35 rands, right? So the first question, it is the VAT amount. You make sure that your teacher understands. VAT amount, teacher, this is what I'm calculating now. VAT amount. VAT amount of what? Of one package, right? And one package is how much? It is 35 rand. And to make things to make matters easy, we said, how do we exclude or remove VAT? We divide by 1,15. And what do we find here? We are going to be finding our 30 rand, 44 cents. Finding 30 rand, 44 cents. We are humming nicely. We are moving nicely. Are we yet done? No, the question says the VAT amount. 30 rand, 44 is not the VAT amount. It is the amount excluding VAT. So we are going to say, teacher, therefore, the amount that has VAT must minus the amount that doesn't have VAT. So that we could understand how much VAT it is found inside. And our VAT, it is 4.65 rand. Yes, guys, as a customer, yes, Bulelwa paid 4.65 rand. Wow, 4.65 on 1 pack of potatoes. This was the VAT amount paid by the unemployed customer. Yes. You see, we also do contribute to our government. We definitely do contribute to government. So the second question says, now that she bought these pack of potato for 35 rand, how much does one potato actually cost? You know the questions like that in maths. You know there are questions like that. So we know that obviously it was 35 rands the total. And what are we going to be doing? Divide by 10. Then what is our answer will be 3 rand, 50. Meaning one potato now costs 3 rand 50 from the supermarket. Whereas Mr. Sipo here, the farmer, usually and actually sold it for 1 rand. So that tells you that processed goods are more expensive than raw material. As it moves, it increases also in value. Yes, guys, this is how it actually ends. I definitely wish you enjoyed this lesson. Why? Because of we created these questions as we moved. This was a nice lesson. I enjoyed it. I don't know if you did, but if you did, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Why? Because of, hey, I also have to apply for my social grant. Okay.